Travel restrictions and shelter in place for many areas of Mexico have been lifted following the killing of cartel leader known as El Mencho on Sunday.
But what does that mean for upcoming spring breakers to Mexico? Faith Sahowski talked to travel advisors in Rossford today. And Faith, what do they tell you about that?
The owner of Crafty Travel actually called me from Mexico today. She stopped in Mahahual on a cruise located off the East Coast. She says she feels completely safe where she's at and says in many other popular areas on the East Coast like Cancun, she's telling clients they should have no issues on upcoming trips. For many Midwesterners, winter means one thing: a trip somewhere warm. And that makes this a busy season for Crafty Travel in Rossford.
Mexico, honestly, for us in Northwest Ohio, it's our top destination for especially this time of year.
But this was Puerto Vallarta, Mexico on Sunday. Violence erupting after the reported death of a cartel leader known as El Mencho. Roads blocked, fires, and chaos across western Mexico. The U.S. Embassy says most travel restrictions in that region have now been lifted. And in other parts of Mexico, it's business as usual, like Mahahual, where owner of Crafty Travel, Sarah Crafty, is currently docked at for a work trip.
There's a lot going on, a lot of people here. There are 4 cruise ships in port today, so a lot of travelers.
Crafty says what you experience really depends on where you're headed.
You know, if you're coming to Cancun, it's over 1,500 miles from Puerto Vallarta. If you're going to Los Cabos, it's like 1,000 miles from Puerto Vallarta.
Jody Exley, an advisor with Crafty Travel, has several clients going to Mexico soon. Only one of those families has chosen another destination, and a handful of those other clients have raised their concerns.
My response is always, your comfort and your safety is our first concern. But I feel confident that if I would feel comfortable traveling there and with my family, that I feel confident saying, I think you'll be okay.
Advisors recommend travel insurance for every trip and say booking it early is key, especially for events like the unrest in western Mexico. Last-minute policies may not cover safety-related cancellations. And if you're headed to Mexico this spring break,
I don't see any reason why we would see more canceled flights or unsafe atmosphere in the area where most of my guests are going to go. I think that spring break is going to be beautiful in Mexico.
Both advisors say it's always important to use extra caution when traveling out of the country. They say you should always book excursions from a trusted source like the front desk of your resort and never travel alone at night. Reporting in studio, Faith Sahowski, WTOL 11.